Hello.
The Thalmor commands.
What is it?
Hail.
Hello. Hello there. What do you want?
Welcome to Marbruk, Jewel of Valenwood. A good place to spend some coin.
Animal husbandry. One of the few jobs here that doesn't violate the Green Pact. But Marbruk's where the money is.
A fine day for fine goods, no? This one is thinking of riddles, which makes me very busy inside. It is somewhat lucrative, though I must practice them first. Or would you stay and listen? Zuzik writes the best down, then sells them to a man called Tellinger. He buys such curiosities. I have 2 new ones to try out. All right, first riddle. Where do slaughterfish keep their gold? That's not the point. This is a riddle. Perhaps you are not one for the riddles after all. My second riddle is very mysterious. Yes, it is my favorite. Where can you find forests with no trees, roads with no travelers, and cities with no buildings? Very good. You can see why this is my favorite riddle. You liked it too, yes? I will write this riddle down for Tellinger, who will pay me, and I will have more gold. It is glorious!
Hello there.
Open for business.
Marbruk gardens are beautiful, yes? Azordat planted these. Of course they are beautiful.
What?
My friend, how good it is to see you.
Pretend we're old friends catching up after a long absence. I don't want to blow my cover just asking for help.
Great acting.
I need an assistant to do some delicate tasks, and you've got the right look about you. I'm part of an undercover investigation into a string of thefts in Marbruk. The artisan is a master of his profession. The artisan targets local Altmer, so I draw suspicion. We must capture the artisan before the Queen is targeted. Take my notes.
moon, stars, and green.
It's almost like that girl doesn't realize how ridiculous she looks, flouncing about like that.
I've got what you need.
What is it?
The law of meat, hide, and bone obligates us to use every fleshy thing in the air, on the earth, and beneath the sea. Hence the superiority of Bosmer leathercraft.
It's hard to avoid it. Between you and me, I hope the artisan never gets caught.
Because the thief's obviously a Bosmer. It would only strain relations in the Dominion, further than they've already been strained. Bosmer culture considers theft to be an art, and the closer the object to the victim's heart, the better the theft. And there's more than a few Bosmer who are unhappy with the Altmer building Marbruk and Valenwood.
I heard an interesting story the other day.
Not another of your stories.
The wood elves deep in the forest say there's a being called the Wilder King who shapes Valenwood.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
Buying, selling, trading.
Hail!
Quality and variety. Come see for yourself.
Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you.
Always work to do. Keeps one very busy, yes? Oh, it is your lucky day. This one recently came into possession of one of the artisan's messages, written in his own hand. Sozik does not run a charity. He has kittens to feed. As the artisan's infamy grows, his signature will become highly valuable. Zuzik understands. You have connections with a guild of like-minded individuals? Here, forge copies, and Zuzik shall give a commission. Yes, the Bosmer religion does not allow the use of paper, so they use animal hides instead. Not many use it in Marbruk.
I apologize in advance for any delay in service. My apprentice Nidras went upstairs to attend to personal business. Have I ever? There's been a steady stream of Altmer depositing valuables here since the thefts began. I'd like to see that. I'm an expert in security. No one can enter the bank without keys, and only I and my apprentice Nidras have them.
If you need banking services, my master Talqua can assist you downstairs. Ah, working with Sinner. I noticed you making friends in the market. If you figured it out, there's no use keeping up pretenses. My initial plan was to exercise the right of theft. I steal precious objects from the Altmer, then demand they leave Marbruk for their return. It turns out the Altmer don't respect the rights, so I return them. Now, I simply let Altmer hatred do the job for me. You'll know soon. Now, I tipped off the guards that the artisan was in the bank, and here you are, sneaking about. I advise you leave.
Spare a coin for a veteran's meal? Ah, You are one who is well traveled, one who understands everyone has a story to share. I was once an adventurer like yourself, until one fateful day when my life changed forever. It is always so. Never once has someone taken pity on Curlit without hearing his sad tale of woe. Can I share my burden with you? Will you listen to my story? Know that I am not as old as my whiskers make me seem. My story begins not many years ago, when this one served in the Imperial Army. You may ask why I held such a position, but it was not by choice. Conscripted for my skills, I was in high demand. My ancestors were great Khajiit sailors, so I was assigned to a warship whose sole mission was to maintain order in the wake of the Nahatan flu sweeping the land. You know of the Nahatan flu, yes? This one shivers in fear remembering those dark days. The Nahatan flu killed so many all across Tamriel. Argonians and Khajiit proved heartier against it, but it claimed many of my friends' lives before it faded away. May I continue? One night when Curlit had already worked a triple shift and thus was taking a well-deserved rest below decks, we aboard the Bountiful Mara encountered the Crimson Ship. You do know about the Crimson Ship? Indeed, the Crimson Ship was filled with Kothringi, suffering from the Nahatan flu. No port would take them in. They finally sailed off into the Abyssin, never to be seen again. It is rumored that no one who saw the ship lived to tell about it. As I said, I slept. A sleep so deep and dreamless nothing woke me. When I finally rose a day later, I found my crewmates missing and a scribbled note about the Crimson Ship. They had seen it, and all had perished, leaving me adrift. I could not. Many moons passed before another ship happened by. They blamed me for the crew's disappearance and put me in the stocks. My career over, I became a beggar. Is that not horror enough? My tale has stalled and now I wander from city to city as a beggar. As to your earlier question, I saw Bosmer sneak into the bank late at night.
Did you find out who the artisan is? The bankers! Why didn't I see it before? You have my thanks for finding him. But now we have to deal with the mess he left behind. The bastard returned the stolen items to the wrong houses. He then sent anonymous letters to the victims framing the owners for the crime. They too easily believe their neighbors stole from them. And we've only just been able to prevent any violence. We must find those valuables. I appreciate the help. According to the letters, the items are in houses across Marbruk. You'll have to search carefully to find them.
No sudden moves now.
Can you believe LaRose stole my husband's dog pluck? He may have inferior blood, but that's no excuse for such cruelty.
The rascal's a pretentious oaf, but stealing my wedding gift to satisfy his vanity? Unforgivable.
You're no fun.
Your timing is impeccable.
Buying, selling. I've got what you need.
The forest is rich with spiritual energy, so be careful. It makes the gems anxious.
Well?
I've got what you need.
Hello there.
Buying, selling. I've heard of your deeds in
We've
fair
got
traveler.
almost everything.
That was just as well done.
Aha, a guest. How wonderful. I wonder, would you help my friend...
My prices can't be beat.
A house of stone? But how...
An Aldmer researcher from Somerset told me the Bosmer here worship a god they call the Wilder King. She is determined to search for this Wilder King in that treacherous forest. Discover if he is real and if he is in fact a god. Such a brave girl.
I can't believe Callistil would stoop so low as to steal my heraldic cane just to score a few favors with the Queen in my absence.
Halt, thief! Aha! I caught you red-handed, artisan. Thieves just can't help returning to the scene of the crime, can Pinning the blame on someone else? I won't fall for that. How do you explain those stolen goods you're carrying? Hmm? You know Sinar? Well, this doesn't prove anything. You might have heard his name in relation to your own investigation. An excellent idea. I was just about to propose. Sinar is on the upper city tier, near the entertainment pavilion. You lead the way. I'm not so naive that I'd turn my back on a common criminal. Don't make any sudden moves, or I'll give you wings. Arrow wings, because arrows have feathers. Oh, forget it.
Well?
Captain, I bring great news.
I'm afraid you have me mistaken.
Captain Sinar, I have detained the artisan. No time to thank me. I must return to my rounds.
God strike you. I can't believe he just blew my cover. Please tell me you have good news. Thanks, Stenda. Things were getting tense. I know you're not the artisan, thanks to our careful investigations. You're free to go now. We'll return the items back to their original owners. I can't wait to get back into uniform. Undercover work isn't my cup of tea. Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you. Queen Irene sent a missive detailing your arrival and orders. You are here to secure the staff of Magnus. Safe in our vault below the city. We have guarded it day and night. When you are ready, I shall show you into the vault. If you would follow me. I heard an interesting story the other day.
Not another of your stories.
As you can see, our artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric wilderness. Marbruk will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backward territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees. The local Bosma are disorganized and flighty. Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord. The Mages Guild. If you would follow me inside. Behold, the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh. A marvelous addition to the city.
Buying, selling. I've got what you need.
Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion. The vault is below. Follow me. This vault holds many rare plants that no longer exist in the Somerset Isles. Do take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens. Crimson Nernroot. We thought it was a gnawed tall tale. Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens. We found these in a Valenwood cave of all places. We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time. Valenwood soil is not surprisingly very fertile. These specimens are bound for the royal gardens. This room holds Ayleid relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of, so feel free to examine them more closely. I will answer any questions you have about them. The tree gifts. We're not actually sure what it does. Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorhaim, the legendary center of the Valenwood. This helm is actually from our own collection, but one of our Bosmer allies stole it and then returned it in exchange for a song. Our ancestors have left traces of their civilization across Tamriel. If we follow Queen Irene, our empire will one day rival theirs. Behold, the Staff of Magnus. What? What happened? Where is it? By the shining trees of Aldmeris, we have been burgled. But how? I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night. I placed the staff myself. No, the vault is off limits to all, but wait. Vicereeve Palador recently toured the vault. The Queen's business, or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check after he left. Unthinkable. Yet, what other conclusion can we draw? Such illusionary magic is beyond the ken of a common thief. To the surface, I must question the watch. None have entered the vault save you and the Vicereeve. I have confirmed it. He departed into the wilderness. He said he had orders from the Queen to bring Naaman's body. He did not return. He was always foolishly devoted to the prince. I pray nothing has happened to the prince's body, too. Staff of Magnus is an extremely powerful object. There's no telling what wickedness he could achieve if he desired it. Rest assured he would not have accessed the vault if we'd had any suspicion of his loyalty. Someone must inform the Queen.
Chosen of Marbruk, your queen has arrived. Bear witness to the glory of Queen Irene, hope of the Dominion.
I will gather an immediate accounting of events from those on duty. You would best give the news to the Queen.
Honor and praise, my friend. Do you have the Staff of Magnus? Peladil? Then it's true. He's betrayed us. My brother's body didn't make it to Marbruk either. I knew he loved Naaman dearly, but I didn't think he'd stoop to this. I will once again require your aid.
These wood elves and their forest spirits. Thou claws are they strange.
The Dominion's enemies strike from within and without. It makes allies like you all the more precious.
It is good to see you, my friend. Greenshade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the Staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were not trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wilder King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy. We do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you find Hazazi and sort this out? The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbruk. Hazazi is there. He likes to complain, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead on the staff. This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics, but as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion. Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. As always, Raz serves the Queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the Staff of Magnus stolen, though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramblebreach as well as he could. The obvious answer is probably the right one. Peladil. That toad fulfilled Naaman's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised. If Peladil has taken the staff, we need to find him and discover what he plans to do with it. The staff is powerful and dangerous. All of the Dominion is at risk if we cannot find it.
Without the aid of the local tribes, our power here will remain weak. I hope the Bramblebreach will be but the first to join us.